thrift store provocateur. If only I could leave with her, winding through the Strand one winter's day. Sad eyes and wilted roses, revolutionary poses, gonna fill with meaning all you say. Feeding off your energy, on the fringe is where we'll be, looking for a map to show the way. Lester Bangs or William Burroughs, tell me all the fight your heart knows. We can earn our keep in battle pain, until it becomes routine. The rest of the world's obscene. We'll read our poetry in the company of lawyers, cheer on the pacifist on a battlefield of warriors, but they'll never see inside all the beauty or the wounded pride that I knew when we would run and hide to a heaven full of grace. You'll walk up on Astor Place. Incense would burn for us, thought I smelled it on the bus, on my way downtown just yesterday. Storefronts are glowing clean, different now, but somehow I see bits of you and me along the way. Was the straight world friend or foe? Baby, I'll be damned if I know how the past is always close behind. Take me back, sweet memory, all the joy you gave to me, up until the day you changed your mind. And time wasn't all we spent, the money came, the money went. Now they're selling poetry to a company of lawyers, while exhibitionists father to a room of voyeurs, but they'll never see inside all the beauty or the wounded pride that I knew when we would run and hide to a heaven full of grace. You'll walk up on Astor Place. Hola, ¿cómo está? Until it becomes routine, the rest of the world's obscene. We'll read our poetry in the company of lawyers, cheer on the pacifist on a battlefield of warriors, but they'll never see inside all the beauty or the wounded pride that I knew when we would run and hide to a heaven full of grace. You'll walk up on Astor Place. time would not erase. We woke up on Astor Place. Astor Place, new single. My single of the month, to be released on July 9th. Sounding a lot more slick and professional. Hello, heavy metal Audi rolling down King Street. Slow down, there are children here. Hola, Belinda, Miss Jenny, to Spring Lake. Thanks for watching. It's been a couple of weeks. I've been a little sick of me, so I decided to take a break from me. You're welcome. I'm back with just a few more songs. And so that's a new single I'm really proud of. I think of the 25 or so songs that I have recorded thus far with the great Kevin Salem, the final product of Astor Place is probably the most ambitious of the lot. It is my attempt to sound like Dusty Springfield. I believe that I failed fabulously, but in failing, I'm still very happy with the final product. And no, I will not be quitting my day job. Dusty Springfield is not exactly climbing the charts in the US of A in 2021. Here's another new one that I'm putting great hope in. I haven't finished recording it. In fact, we just started recording it. It is a fun country duet, which was inspired by me seeing a really cute photo of my wife when she was 6 and imagining if I had known her back then, and further imagining that I had been a younger man, because you need some kind of hook. And the song is called Cougar Jenny. I will be singing it in the voice of the protagonist and the female protagonist, the co-protagonist. I'll see if you can figure out who is who. It was a scandal, all I could handle. Jennifer was twice my age. She was 6 when I was 3. Baloney and romper room were all the rage. Somebody found a basket full of kittens by the woods at Bicentennial Park. Hold my juice box, gotta check this out. That's where I got my first kiss on a lark. Hugs and kisses, hits and misses, gonna make that girl my missus. Cougar Jenny, I walked the line. My love for you was right on time. And she said, how I spent my summer vacation by Jenny Lynn in 2nd grade. I gave some little brat a kiss. He followed me around, so then we played. I played the mommy, he played the dog. His bark was really sad. I guess I should have never made him fetch that stick. His mom was looking kinda mad. With hugs and kisses, hits and misses, a tetanus shot. Is that what this is? Little boy, you must not whine. My love for you will come in time. Banjo solo. If you think a guy from New Jersey has no business doing a banjo solo, I would ask you, have you never heard of a song called Western Stars by another guy from New Jersey who's been talking like he's from the Midwest for some time now? So I say, if the boss can do it, then I can too. Here comes the bridge. Well, she became a rebel, colored way outside the lines. And he ate crayons till it made me scream. At the nurse's office he did hard time. And that was 20 years ago. Now the rest is history. Cougar Jenny, I thank you, dear, for unraveling the mystery. And you still follow me around like I got something that you claim. And if this kid hears what we did, he'll know where to place the blame. On hugs and kisses, hits and misses, let's show 'em all what a wedded bliss is. Cougar Jenny, you're so fine. My love for you was right on time. I guess you're gonna fall in line. My love for you was right on time. Cougar Jenny. Look for it at a country record store near you sometime this fall, maybe. So I hope you've had a great couple of weeks. Thank you so much to the YouTube crowd. You know, Facebook Live tells you how many people are tuning in. And if, like any performer, you are subject to bouts of self-doubt, seeing the numbers go from double digits to single digits can be quite dispiriting. But the great thing about YouTube, on which we are broadcasting simultaneously, is that they don't tell you how unpopular you are. It takes you a while to figure it out, and then thanks to the algorithm, a lot of people end up watching and commenting afterwards. So you feel like you're not just shouting into the void. And really, it's a beautiful night. Who the hell wants to be on their phone anyway? So, can I tell you about this guitar? This guitar has a wonderful story. It started out as a D18. I was living in Red Bank, New Jersey in 1999 or so. Holy shit. 22 years ago. Wow. And I had a clangy, heavy, black Guild electroacoustic guitar that was warping, and I couldn't afford a real luthier. I found, well, I shouldn't say that. This guy was great, but he wasn't a luthier in a music shop. I found this guy. If you're a Jersey musician, you may have heard of him. Curly Joe, he called himself. I don't even know his real name. Living somewhere in Howell. And he did a wonderful job. And when I came to pick it up, he said, you're a lefty. I got something to show you. And he handed me this guitar, which has all these hippie hieroglyphics on it. For all I know, they mean, you know, death to the non-believers. Really beautiful. You know, some hippie chick spent a lot of time on this. On the back is something that may or may not be Arabic. Since I have more fans overseas, maybe you could take a look and tell me what it means. I hope this isn't backwards for you. Anyway, I played it, and it is a Martin D18, but it has all these weird pieces on it, and clearly it had worn away. And what I subsequently learned is that it was sanded down. There's no laminate on it, and the result of that is a really beautiful brightness. See, I'm just playing with my fingernail now. If I had a string, it would really, a pick would really be ringing out. And I loved it, and it's light too. It's really light, like 1/3 the weight of my old Guild. And I was playing long shows, and it was hell on my back, and I really wanted it. He said $800, which was a very good price for a vintage Martin, but I didn't have it. 2 nights later, he called me back. He said, "You're in luck. My boiler just exploded. I'm desperate for cash. $350. it's yours. So I cleaned out what I had almost in the bank, and I paid $350 for this guitar, and it became my go-to guitar for years. I recorded our first real a full album in 1999 using this guitar. Did I? Yeah. And the B string was out, so we had to do alternate takes with different tunings on every song I did, and then splice them together using Pro Tools to make it sound less painful. So anyway, over the years it warped and became completely unplayable, even though I treated it as well as I could with humidification, etc. And I always loved how it looked, of course, but it started to sound awful. So my buddy Kevin Salem saw it, because I used it in my Bruce video, and he said, "What the hell is that? Let's have a look at it." He found me a luthier in Woodstock, New York, who put it back together, and this sounds as good as the day I got it. I'm very happy with it. And of course, promptly upon returning from Woodstock, we played a show at the Americana, and I dropped it. Just, it bounced. And thank the Lord, no damage was caused that I can tell. I will continue to be very careful, but you know, works of art are meant to be used. I'm not going to keep it encased just because I love it. I want to use it because I love it. All right. Today I was thinking, thanks for seeing it drop in slow motion. A lot of good that did me, Charlie Jackson. What's a drummer for if not to stop a guitar from bouncing? Oh, so I should self-promote a bit. On July 10th, the Crash Chorus, the full band, will be at Crossroads at 8 o'clock. Our first gig in a rock and roll club with a great sound system. Hope you can come out. We're opening up for a U2 cover band. This is New Jersey. Cover bands fill the joint, but I think we're gonna have a nice crowd. If you are in the area, come out to Crossroads of beautiful Garwood, New Jersey on Saturday, July 10th, 8 o'clock. And I'll try not to mock Bono, because that would be juvenile, and God knows we're not juvenile. And then that Thursday, we are playing on the Green in Scotch Plains. Thursday the 15th, we are playing on the Green in Scotch Plains. I think this will be like our 6th summer in a row doing that. And we always have a great time spreading out. Last year everybody had to sit in circles 6 feet apart from each other. This year we do not need a socially distanced crowd. So there's room for you if you wish to come. If the weather's good, come on out. What about the 4th? Did I get the date wrong? I don't know about the 4th, Charlie. What time on the Green? 7:30. Ooh, you speak English. Top fan. All right. Today, 4th summer. Dude, I'm exaggerating to make us seem more consequential. Don't you know that rock and roll success is based on bullshit? As in, thank you to the 700th viewer who just signed in. Here's an old pissy Replacement song. She don't wear no pants, she don't wear no tie. Always on the ball, always on strike. Strutting up the aisle, big deal, you get to fly. You ain't nothing but a waitress in the sky. You ain't nothing but a waitress in the sky. Well, I paid my fare, I don't wanna complain. You get to me, you're always out of champagne. Treat me like a bum, don't know where no tie. You ain't nothing but a waitress in the sky. You ain't nothing but a waitress in the sky. My own sign says, the sign says, thank you very much for not smoking. My own sign says, sorry I'm smoking. Don't treat me special, or don't kiss my ass. Treat them like the way they treat them up in first class. Sanitation expert and a maintenance engineer, garbage man collector and you my dear. Reunion flight attendant, my oh my. You ain't nothing but a waitress in the sky. You ain't nothing but a waitress in the sky. Oh, 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 oh. And with that extremely skilled rendition of a blues masterpiece, I bid you adieu, and I will see you in a couple of weeks, hopefully in person. If not, see you on the interwebs. Good night.